Hello again. So this is Kwame and welcome to the Basic Financial Framework. So in my last video, we were having a conversation on how I simplified my budgeting system when I got started. And what I really want to do in this video is really take you on a journey of what I did that made that simplification work for my wife and I. Now, I'm telling you, budgeting is a very stressful process for so many people. But over the years, it's brought us so much peace because we were able to do it the right way. I don't believe that it's a one-size-fits-all, but I can confidently tell you that everyone that I have had a chance to share this idea or this system with has found a lot of success in it. So hopefully it helps you too. When we started off, one of the biggest mistakes we did was we sat down and then started writing all our expenses. So we pay rent, we have a car loan, we have this credit card debt. We were just writing them down. And then as we wrote them down, we're trying to fill in the gaps. But what happens was we were almost always forgetting something or we're missing something, because the truth is, when you are doing budgeting, you are thinking of ideally the things you want to spend your money on. But a lot of people, just like us, your finances, your mindset about your finances is very different from what is actually happening. And the only way for us to really know what was actually happening was literally we printed 3-month statement. I remember when we did a financial piece, it made us print 1 month. No, I went 3 months because I realized that there were some bills that were hidden. I'll give you an example. I had a subscription called Motley Fool, and Motley Fool was a subscription that was for investment. It had investment suggestions for me, and it came out once a year. So those are things that I easily forget, that you have already subscribed to something. It gives me investment suggestions, but because it's once a year, you forget that you have something like that, and it comes up and it hits your card and it throws you off. So what I did was I took 3 months of statement, 3 months, and then because I had already identified the 4 buckets, just 4 buckets. So I went each line and then I did it for all our accounts, every single account that I have that she has. For each line, I circled this was going to go to bucket 1, bucket 2, bucket 3. I circled it like that. And then when we were done, we saw this, all of the ones in the bucket 1, this is how much it is. All of the ones in bucket 2, this is how much it is. We literally tore it apart and went through all of each line item. It takes time, but it's a one-time thing. After we did that, then we begin to identify these are the things we want to cancel because we don't need them. So because of that, we were able to list all of the different. I had signed up for pest controls. Oh, man, these people have been billing me for years and I have forgotten. And sometimes it's such a small number, you don't even think about it. And so there were things that we were like, we gotta get rid of these things. And then I started calling and researching and making sure. Some of them you call them, they don't even pick up. I made sure, and even I had to write to the credit card or the bank. I talked to the bank. There were transactions that we had to make sure we clean out. That was such a helpful process because you can save $200, $300, $400 even just in that process. I know that Rocket Money has an app that does that for you. That you can use that too, but I just did it the hard way, the simple paper pen way, because I wanted to make sure we got it right. So we printed out a statement, classified every transaction 1 to 4 based on the quadrant I shared with you. If you don't know that, please watch my last video. I talk about the 4 quadrants, and then I went through and then I organized my transactions that way. Then we started calling trying to transfer some of the accounts. So for example, if we had my rent coming out of an account and now we wanted to come out of the savings account, we'll call the rent company and say, hey, can you switch the account that you used to pay our rent, and then we'll move it to a different, or sometimes you do it online. However we needed to do it, we just did it. Took us about a week. We just got everything done. That really simplified our financial life. And then we also made sure, this was just a practice that my wife and I established, we made sure we pay each other. So because remember, I had the 4th quadrant where we do this expenses that are not important, but they change, like eating out. I love going to the movies. I'll eat by myself too. It's not like I have to go with a group of people, just by myself. But that was something that now we know how much we paid each other, so we can spend money on the things that we like. When we did that, then the last thing we did was, after we organized and set it all up, we made sure that once a year we review it. And every year for the past 7 years, we've been looking at it every year around the December month. And all we are looking at is, did insurance go up? Did anything that we need to change? And then in all of this, we made sure as part of our planning and expenses, we include savings. We have money put away for savings, and I'll talk about that in subsequent videos when I talk about savings. But for now, I think I just wanted to share our journey on budgeting, and hopefully somebody can take that information and use it. In my next video, what I will want to do is, I would like to share with you how other people who I talked to, how they used it and why it worked for them and what they found was helpful. So I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.